This young lady woke up and chose violence today. Y'all check this out.
I know people are going to get offended about this, but I really don't care because everybody wants to be offended and everyone's a victim and oh my God, my feelings are hurt. But women are horrible. And I'm not saying all women, but women, obviously there's hormones involved and they're not stable. Again, I'm not saying all, but women are like truly insufferable and emotional and irrational. I cannot imagine being so unaware of myself. Like, you're a pain in the ass. People don't want to be around you. And like, women always like question why men cheat because they can't stand you. But they probably don't want to get a divorce because they're going to lose all their money. It's pretty crazy. Yeah. Men are better. They just are.
Now, let me just say, I agree with a lot of what this young lady is saying. And I think a lot of women don't understand it because they're just not being honest about it. If you look at it from the angle she's looking at it or the way I'm looking at it, she is talking about dealing with you. All of the ups and downs and the mental stuff and the emotional stuff, the hormones. It is a lot to ask anybody to deal with. And the part that she said that I really agree with is that a lot of these women do not understand that. They do not think it's a lot. They think it's easy to deal with them. It's not. They say stuff and they do stuff and it's based on what they're thinking or feeling in that moment. It doesn't have to be logical. And that is hard, especially when you are a logical man. I am a logical thinking man. It is hard to deal with some of these women. And I have to stress, I agree with her about this is not all women. There are some women who are able to get a handle on this. They know when their emotions are high or their hormones are high. They understand themselves. Those women are gems to me. I would take one of those women in a heartbeat when you can do that, but that is not the norm. Most of these women have no clue how difficult it is to be with them. Most of these women have no clue how exhausting some of them are. When it comes to birthdays, holidays, making sure they're emotionally in a good place every day, it is a lot. I know one thing, me not being in a relationship right now, that is the one thing I do not miss, is that the emotional part and all the ups and downs and trying to figure her out if she's in a good mood, a bad mood, what does she want, what doesn't she want. I don't want to do that. I do not miss that at all. I want nothing to do with that, to be honest with you. My life as a single man is very simple. It's a straight shot every day. There's no roller coaster ride. There's no twisty things, no loops, no surprises. It's simple. That's what I would like if I was getting into a relationship, but that part is really hard to find in a woman. So when she's saying that women have issues, she's not wrong. And that is just how they are. That is the way they were made. I don't know why they were made that way, but they were made that way. But they can be exhausting. It doesn't mean we don't still love them. We don't still care about them. It's just some of them are very exhausting. Like when she said at the end of the video that men are better, I would just say to me, men are easier. They're just easier to deal with, easier to get along with, easier to be around. That's what I would say. So just to be clear, I'm not saying all women are the worst. I don't believe that. But y'all need to understand that a lot of y'all are exhausting. Y'all require a lot. Some of you women should come with a manual. Y'all should get a training video just to try to understand how to work y'all. With men, we don't come with manuals. We don't need a training video. You said it and forget it. That's it. We just here. And that's what I think this young lady is saying. And I want to add, this is why a lot of your single, beautiful friends that you women talk about all the time, this is why men are not dealing with them. Because some of them have no control of their emotions. Their hormones are all over the place. They're hard to be around. Even though they're beautiful, got a great job, no one wants to date them because of this. Y'all can agree or disagree, but it is what it is.
The way that an extraordinary man is literally just an average woman. Oh wow, he cooks, he cleans, he communicates, he's emotionally intelligent, has a job, is reliable, amazing, best man you've ever heard of in your life, right? Name one woman you know who's not all of those things.
Now, I'm pretty sure you men out there have somebody you can name, but I know somebody I can name right now. Her. She's not those things. She probably doesn't cook. She probably doesn't clean. She is not that chick. This is how I know they just come on here and say anything. There are a gazillion women out here in America who does none of those things. None of them. Not one. They do none of them. They don't have a job. They don't cook. They don't clean. They're not emotionally intelligent. None of them.
There's gonna be two types of robots that are everywhere, right? There's robots that are gonna do the jobs that people apparently don't want to do, and then there are sex robots that are gonna do the people that people don't want to do. And both of them are absolutely terrifying. And maybe I'm crazy. I feel it's on women to stop sex robots. Because men are not going to. And then there will be no more people ever again, okay? So I grew up in a world of women. I will continue to talk to women for the rest of my life, but I promise you, a small boy that grows up in a world of sex robots, he's not even gonna try it. He's not at all. He'll try one time. I think you're cute. I'm just with my friends. Well, sex robots for life. And he moves on. And there's no more people ever again. I don't even think women factor in sex robots as any kind of competition. Because I think most women are like, look, sex robots, come on. They can't compete with me. I'm Janice. They can't compete with Janice. I mean, my hair's done. I got the real thing right here. Men are always going to want the real thing. Wrong. What you have between your legs right now is a Blockbuster, and Netflix is coming.
He said, what y'all got between y'all legs is Blockbuster and Netflix is coming. That is a bar. And the crazy part is, I think he's on to something. And hear me out. I am not saying all men are going to adapt to these sex robots, but AI and technology is changing every day and it's advancing really fast. So if those robots get to a point where it's harder to tell the difference between a robot and a real woman, this could be a problem. But the point he is trying to make is that there are a lot of men out there who are going to grow up in this world with those robots. Let's say in 10, 15 years, you can just go to Walmart and grab one. You don't think some of these men who are over women, don't want to get somebody pregnant, don't want to deal with the games, the headaches, you don't think they're going to go to Walmart and get one? The way these men are starting to just fall back and not really show a lot of interest in dating or trying to go talk to women, if you give these men an option and you make it a decent option, a lot of men may take that option. If that is the case, it's going to hit women harder than anybody else. And let me explain. The men who primarily support sites like OnlyFans, those are normally men who really don't get a lot of play, a lot of action, or there's some married man trapped in a sexless marriage or something like that. And for those men, that is a way to interact with pretty women. And all I'm saying is if you give these men an option of a real human looking sex robot, a lot of that's going to go away. And then those same men are no longer tricking. They're no longer out here simping because they got a robot now. I'm just saying this could be a bad thing for you women because you got to remember the Chads and the Tyrones are going to have more women than ever at that point because all the women are going to still be going after them. So a lot of women are going to be stuck. Men aren't going to just be tricking off, paying rent, all that stuff that these women get now. They don't realize if this man is right about the Blockbuster Netflix comparison and these sex robots turn out to be a thing, a lot of you women are going to be cooked. I'm telling you, it ain't going to be good. It's going to be rough out there. It's going to be a struggle because a lot of women make money in that world. And don't forget about strip clubs. A lot of those are going to be ghost towns too. And if you take that world away, there's going to be a lot more women out there, pretty women, good looking women out here willing to do something strange for a piece of change. All I'm saying is this could have a domino effect. You got to remember, in most situations, these robots are being made by men. So when they get to a point where these robots start looking superhuman and they have all these superhuman traits and they figure out a way to make everything feel and look human in that bedroom, the whole Blockbuster analogy makes sense because that's the one thing that they have full control over, and that's sex. And if you take that power away from women, I don't know what to tell you. And I know what y'all thinking, well, women can go out and do the same thing. Go ahead. Y'all can sleep with those sex robots all y'all want, but that's not what most women want from a man. Getting sex from a man has never been an issue for women. A lot of them want money from a man. They want security. They want protection. They want provision. They want leadership. They need dates. They need romance. They need to be entertained all the time. They need emotional intimacy. Women just need way more from a man than men need from women. So trying to replace all that with a robot, I believe will be hard. We'll see, but I just thought he made some interesting points in a funny way. But I just want to stress, if he's right, a lot of women are going to be cooked.
And if we were ever in a situationship talking stage or whatever, and I didn't ask you for anything, just know that I assumed that you were broke. Like, I assumed that you didn't have to offer a spare, so I didn't ask.
So let me see if I understand this. If you meet a man and you assume he doesn't have any money, the key word here is assume, you will then give him the draws for free, no charge. But if you meet a man and you assume he has money, you will then charge him for the same draws you're going to give to the other man for free because he didn't have money. Yeah, I can see somebody wifing her. But let me just say this. In my head, if you are giving something away for free and then charging other people for it, to me, the actual value of it is free. The other people are just dumb enough to pay for it. But I could be wrong. Please like the video and leave a comment. I love listening to what you guys have to say. And don't forget to hit that hype button because it really helps me out with the algorithm and I really do appreciate it. Thanks for watching. See you next time.